to my dad's and my stepmum's for some lunch. Turn that down a bit. And yeah, just gonna go through like the food for Christmas Day, because we're off there Christmas Day for dinner in the sort of later afternoon. So we're going to go through all that, and I thought I would just, oh, them cars are there, perhaps because it's a road. I would just have a chat, as I haven't really had a chat on my vlogs lately about my fibro and ME and all that. So I thought I'd have a quick update with you while I had a chance, because as you can imagine, the week before Christmas is absolutely crazy. So it's been sort of on and off really. The worst pain I've had has been the last 2 days, not including today, day before and day before that. I had horrendous ankle pain and that plantar fasciitis thingy, you know, the pain in the back of your heel. But mine was in my ankle as well, and it felt like it was broken. It was so painful. Every time I put my foot to the ground, it was like, I couldn't, it was awful. Oh, and they stalled the car. And I had my ankle support on all day yesterday, and in fact I took it off because towards the end of the evening I think it was making it worse, so I just took it off, and it actually did feel a bit better after that. Because sometimes they can help and sometimes they can't. What is this car doing? You can fit a bus through there? Come on, really? Now I'm really hot, I don't know why. That's me, hot, cold, hot, cold. I think this car in front is either scared of traffic or doesn't know the width of his car. But anyway, we shall continue. So yeah, the ankle, yeah, that was really, really bad. Today, thankfully, a lot better. So it can be any trigger and it can last for any amount of time. There's no rhyme nor reason to it. There is sometimes, I mean, every pain you feel, I'm reading a book at the moment, you must read it if, well, anyone can read it. It's called Louise Hay, Heal My Life, or I Can Heal My Life. It's brilliant, and it explains things in there. So like every pain, every ailment, so if you've got a sore throat or a headache, they're all due to emotions. They're all connected to some sort of emotion somewhere. And if you stay with that pain long enough, like in a quiet place on your own, you can usually sense which emotion it's connected to and kind of feel that emotion and let it ride through. But it's very interesting because I do believe in that a lot of, whereas before I started my counselling with Sue, like she said, I was adamant. I was like, no, everything is all to do with physical and nothing's to do with how your brain works. Oh, anyway, changed my opinions a lot since then. And also positivity and being mindful, I guess, because for example, she goes on to say about negative thoughts and negative emotions, and everybody has them, otherwise you wouldn't be human. But the most common one for me is that I think I'm fat, and I've had that my whole life. As a younger child, I was, well, you know, I always struggled a bit with my weight, but now I realise that is because I didn't love myself. I have never loved myself for who I am and as a whole person. Not, oh, I love myself because I look great, because I don't, well, I know some stars might say that, and you know, but it's not about that. It's about loving who you are and celebrating that. So she asks you to look in the mirror into your eyes, and I did this with Sue as well, and you have to say out loud, look right into your eyes and say, I love myself just the way I am. And this Louise Hay in the book was saying that when she was doing this with some people threw the mirror across the room, some people walked out, some people couldn't do it. I mean, I find it really, really sad, because I find it hard to love myself, and I'm still on that journey, if you like. I'm getting there, but not to be able to do it at all. You must really not like yourself not to be able to even look at yourself in a mirror or say those words, or just, you know, you don't, to start with, you don't even have to feel it or mean it. Just keep saying it, and eventually you will realise that you are great, and you're not going to be perfect. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has, you know, issues, and I know I have a lot of flaws too, but it's almost celebrating those flaws as well, because that's what makes you human, and that's what makes you a person. Imagine if we were all perfect. Now, what a weird and boring world that would be. We'd have no one to moan about. So, you know, it's looking at a person as a whole, and that's the reason I was holding on to weight all these years, because I haven't actually liked myself. So just start celebrating who you are. Start looking in those eyes, and it's really weird when you do. It's like looking through your soul. Well, you are, in a way. It's very bizarre, but it's a really powerful feeling too. Try it, give it a go. But I think the thing I've noticed the most about the fibro and ME at the moment is a feeling of overwhelming. So because of Christmas and everything that's going on, I love seeing people, I love having the family over, I love going to family, but it's almost like I get a sensory overload. And I guess that is because, like, I've been through counselling, I'm going on this process, and I'm seeing things in a new way and a new light, and it's going to take a while to find where I am and to find what feels right. And to have that at this time of year is really hard, guys. And I'm sorry, Mum, I've said guys, but it is really hard, guys, because, you know, this is the time of year. I was a cyclist, I wonder why we were just really going slow. This is the time of year when you have all the gatherings and the get-togethers, and everyone loves it. But don't get me wrong, I love it, okay? So don't think I don't like it or enjoy it, because I do. But the difference was, a few years ago, I wasn't really investigating me as a person like I have been for the last 18 months or so. So everything feels different, and everything feels just a little bit strange at the moment. So these get-togethers and everything, and all the things that are happening, it is a big feeling of being overwhelmed. That's all I can describe it as. And it makes me feel a bit nauseous at times, and it really takes it out of me. So, like, we had you watched last week's vlog, the Strictly party, and I loved it. I had a brilliant time, but it got to a certain point and I'm like, oh my god, I feel sick. I don't know how I feel about this whole situation, and it's really weird, really, really weird. And now I'm thinking probably a bit too much about next week, where we've got gathering after gathering after gathering, which is great, and plus who knows if I'm going to be able to make all them, because I know I will have a flare up at some point after, you know, all the not over exerting yourself in energy. That's not just the case, it's also the mental stimulus and the thinking behind it all. So I will inevitably have a flare up, and I know Louise Hay would be saying to me, don't think that, because if you think that, it's going to happen. Just say, I'm going to do the best I can. So I'm going to say that, I'm going to do the best I can. But I'm just trying not to think about it all, because I'm worried I'm going to have that horrible sicky feeling where I'm like, it's not a panic attack, but it kind of is as well. Oh, I don't know. I know I'm not explaining myself very well. If any of you have been through something like that with any illness, you can let me know. It's difficult. It is really hard. But I do the best I can. That's all I can do. The car just pulled out in front of me. Thank you very much. But that's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this to show you how I cope with fibromyalgia and ME, how we cope as a family, and have given any tips and advice. That's why I wanted to create this channel. I've just been like a bit upset while I've been making my sausage rolls, as you do. There's just a lot going on at the moment, and I just broke my other camera, which is really handy. Dropped it by accident, and now the screen won't work. And it's all just a bit rubbish at the moment. Never mind, think positively, as I said yesterday, and positive things will happen. Before I used that silly yuck pastry, well, I couldn't find that anywhere, but in the big Tesco's I found this gluten-free Just Roll puff pastry sheet. So I'm trying that because it's so much easier. It's already rolled out. I mean, I've still got to roll one block out of the other silly yuck pastry, which I'm not looking forward to because it makes such a mess everywhere. Okay, so it seems like, you know, I said to you yesterday that I was sort of crying while I was making the sausage rolls because everything seems to be breaking and going wrong, and I keep trying to remind myself of and be thankful for the things that are going right, the things that are still working, but that's difficult, but I do keep trying. And then the dog's taken to weeing on Holly's bed, so now she's banned from the bedrooms, but she's always been allowed to go in the bedrooms, so she's completely confused about that. If you're wondering what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just laminating a few bits. Came up with this idea for a game. Well, we had this card game already. Hang on, I'm just going to make a cup of tea. Where's my mug? Oh, I haven't got a mug, so I'll put it in the dishwasher. I want a cup of tea. I want a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea. Basically, it's a good one for after dinner, and we tend to play it a lot with the girls. Well, recently we have anyway. And it's just sort of different. So you pick up a question, not a question, but a statement. Might be a question. And the other people have to then put their hands up and guess what the answer is. It was called Know Your Partner, the game that I had, because Mark and I used to take it when we went away, like to a hotel, and it was good because, you know, you find out a lot more about each other, It's a really good game. So we played that initially, and then I came up with a Christmas version that we can all play on Boxing Day around the table. So I'm just laminating them. We make all the Christmas placemats for all the family, but Mum and Dad's have gone missing. Everything keeps to be going missing as well. I wonder if we've got like fairies or what's the other word, pixies in the house. Maybe we've got those Cornish pixies from Harry Potter, because everything seems to be going missing and breaking and going wrong. I don't know, but anyway, I better turn that on now. Oh, I have turned it on, I just haven't turned it on a plug. What a wally. I just need to get a spoon. Hang on. Get a spoon. You spoon. I haven't stopped today. It's been ridiculous. So much for pacing yourself. Well, the girls are on half day today, so I'm then being taxi service, taking them to Freeport. That's the end of that milk. Might be enough actually. But because their friends are coming over, I didn't want them to like have a really messy bedroom. So I spent ages putting all their clothes away and everything and tidying it up for them. What? Oh wait, it's warming up. So I did all that. Then I found Holly's phone, so I had to go and drop that round to school because Poppy's drumming today in the just lent on the washing machine. In this concert thing they do, it's last day of school before Christmas. Parents can't see it, it's just for the kids. So I really wanted Holly to film Poppy drumming in it. So otherwise I probably wouldn't have bothered taking the phone in because it's only half a day. So drop that off. Then I come back, then I clean the guinea pigs out because that was disgusting. And then I went upstairs to find Evie had weed on Holly's bed again. So I had to strip all that, wash all that. And I've had to wash all the towels. That was the one thing on my pacing list today, washing towels. I quite think there's been a lot more than just washing towels. But I intend on sitting down with my cup of tea in a minute and watching something Christmassy. And possibly having something to eat. I'm not eating much either at the moment. I'm feeling rather stressed. So at night I feel really sick. Hang on, let me turn that off. At night time I'm feeling really sick. I think it's the stress because I haven't had it for quite a while, so it obviously affects my stomach. So yeah, I haven't really been eating dinner because it makes me feel ill just looking at it. I had jacket potato last night, which is perfectly alright, I know.
For that rather than a round one or something like that, different shape one.
Right, oh, I keep leaning on the freezer and it keeps making a weird noise. Stop it! Right, let's change position. I'm filming with my new camera and it has a flip screen, but I've got to remember to look here and not always up there at what I'm looking at, if you see what I mean. Bit odd. The girls are at Mum and Dad's this morning, and then we've got to practice because tomorrow afternoon we're at Mark's Mum and Dad's doing that talent show thing that I was telling you about before, and so we've got to practice for that this afternoon. Plus I've got the oven being fixed, plus there's probably millions and millions of jobs to do, as there always is, my friend. See, this is going to be the really annoying thing. I'm just going to keep looking at myself thinking, and oh, it's dark in here, look. So hello Eefies, hello, it's Mummy and your camera. Yeah. All ready for Christmas. We need to put your sprout collar thing on, don't we? Yes, we do. See, she's nodding in agreement. Right, let's go and surprise Dad. See what he says for my turkey hat. We're carol singers. Hello!
Hello!
We're a bit early.
That's all right. Like the turkey head. Lovely. Oh, thank you.
There you go.
That's all right.
Nice dress.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello, gorgeous. Look lovely. Hello, turkey dear. I hope you're well done.
There, Dad, one for you.
That's all right, Lise. Well, no, she's talking.
It looks like I've done it in fast forward.
What do you want to code? That bread's on the.
Holly, I'm not going to be able to see with you there, Don.
Stick your head back. No.
Yeah.
That disappeared. He just fell over his shoes.
Right, ready?
Right, hang on.
He's got to get his costume on. Where's my script? They've got a script as well. Blimey, they've been working on this.
Watch out, outlet, straight out.
Ready?
We'll
Drink a drink a drink to Lily the pink, the pink, the pink, the saviour of our human race. For she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every case. Johnny Hammer had a terrible stammer. He could hardly say a word. Gave him medicinal compound. Now he's seen, but never heard. Drink a drink a drink to Lily the pink, the pink, the pink, the saviour of the human race. For she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every way. Drink a drink to Lily the pink, the pink, the pink, the saviour of the human race. For she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every way.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on our troubles will be out of sight. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Yeah.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking along on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs required for jumping, dancing. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these borders? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they understand, bet they don't reprimand their daughters.
Bit like that disappear this year as well.
That might conveniently break.
Okay, and Dad's new triangle.
Holly, teach Grandad that one you did earlier.
So you go like this, and then you go.
Come on, Bob, you do it.
No, I cannot do that.
Oh,
Come on, Kenny.
Oh no, I've had 2 goes, so someone else now.
Alright.
Holes.
Tell me when.
Yeah, Holly can finish opening that one. Oh. Oh. Dave,
Yeah.
Mark's throwing things.
Skittle.
Oh.
Skittle.
That's quite good.
Cheat.
Delighted.
Oh look, I've got a text message.
That's the thing, really. They give you a dice, but they don't give you a game.
I do like your double hat going on there.
Ready?
Mine.
Double hatted. No, you got a hat each.
Oh.
Go girls, we have a guy to share it.
Right, DJ, all done.
We're finished now, Dad.
Dad,
Yeah.
all done, mate.
Guys,
Right.
Shall we have what about
We're on. Oh, hang on. I'm still trying to work out this flip thing. Anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. And from the Lord and Lordettes, we want to wish everyone a happy Christmas. I will be filming over the Christmas period at times, so I will upload that. So I'm not going to say Happy New Year yet, just Happy Christmas. Hope you all have a lovely time and eat and drink too much, like we have, or you have today, and you have today. What?
no, I haven't.
Well, alright, Poppy has. On crisps. Anyway, happy Christmas, and we'll see you soon. Bye.